Hey, if you're going to take one thing from this video, is that it's okay to be selfish. Be selfish. We are humans, and the best thing we can do for ourselves and for the world is be selfish. And more on that in the later part of this video. So let's start by looking at an ancient Chinese story. So once upon a time, there were these two fellows. There was Xunzi, who was a Confucianist, and he was the teacher of Han Feizi, who later became a legalist. So, Xunzi thought that humans are inherently bad creatures, that we are selfish creatures, that we don't have any good intent. And he did have a debate with Mengzi, who later became the dominant figure in Confucianism, on whether humans are good creatures or bad creatures after all. However, that is a topic we'll get to in another video. But he did teach that humans require really harsh schooling, strict rules, and in order to cultivate any form of decency. However, his student, Han Feizi, absolutely did not share that opinion, and he later joined the legalist school of thinking. He thought that humans are absolutely bad and that no schooling, no training, no conditioning can ever change that, and that the only way to order people is via strict laws, harsh punishments, and good rewards for proper behavior. However, Han Feizi had a pretty good observation once upon a time. He said that if rewards are handed out based on good report alone, so you can see the little minister guys saying that minister number 6 is good, and then the emperor gives minister number 6 some cash, and punishments are given out on the basis of slander, right? So when the ministers say that minister number 5 is pretty bad, then the emperor kills minister number 5. Then men who convey rewards and fear punishments will abandon public interest. So you can see they're thinking about the public interest right now. But right now they've turned to their own little selfish interests, whilst the emperor still thinks about the national interest, right? The Han Feizi is a manual of ancient Chinese philosophy that was created for rulers by Han Feizi. It was created during the times where the rulers really needed to change their game and unite China, because that was when China still wasn't united. And so the Han Feizi told the rulers how to reward and punish people so that they do not fall into self-interest and they maintain public interest or the national interest in mind. This is not a video about any political strategy, and it's about selfishness. And this is the observation that Han Feizi made. People are inherently selfish, and they will do anything so long as it is in their own benefit. This is just our human nature, and there's nothing wrong about that. This is just an observation, right? We humans, selfish creatures. And selfishness really is just being true to your desires, being true to what you want. Because selfishness doesn't imply that, oh, I only care about me and fuck my friends and fuck my family and fuck everybody around me. I am the king. No, that's not entirely what selfishness is. Yes, it is selfish to think that. However, selfishness is also caring for what you want. So if you love your family and you care for your family, that's selfish. If you love your passion and you care for your passion, that's selfish. If you go vote for the presidential candidate that you think is right, that's selfish. If you do anything really in accordance to your own will, that is selfishness, because that is putting your own self first before any other people in your judgment of a situation, in your decision making, in your actions, in your whatever, right? So essentially, if you're not selfish, then what the fuck even are you doing? Because you're literally trying to appease other people. More on that in a sec. But for now, let's entertain a story from Naval Ravikant, who was on the Modern Wisdom podcast.
I would say, from the bit of time that we'd spent together, you have a really interesting trait of holistic selfishness. You're sort of prepared to put yourself first. You seem largely unfazed by saying or doing things that might result in other people feeling a little bit awkward if it's truthful for you. It's like unapologetically self-prioritizing, I guess.
Yeah, I think everybody is. Maybe unapologetic is the part that's relatively rare, but I think everybody puts themselves first. That's just human nature. You're here because you survive. You're a separate organism.
That's interesting. Maybe, but
I know we like to virtue signal and pretend we're doing it for each other.
How many times does somebody say, "Yeah, of course, I'd love to come to the wedding"? And they're like, "I don't want to be at the fucking wedding."
Yeah.
How many times does someone say, "How are you doing today?" And they don't tell you.
I don't go to weddings.
But this is my point.
Right.
So I don't think you're necessarily right with that. I think that people do. I don't think they put themselves first. I sometimes think that they compromise what it is that they want in order to appease socially what's in front of them.
Yeah, I just view it as everyone's wasting their time on it. Don't do something you don't want to do. Why are you wasting your time? There's so little time on this earth. Life goes fast. What is it, 4,000 weeks? That's your lifespan. And yes, we hear that, but we don't remember it. But I guess I'm keenly aware of how little time I have, so I'm just not going to waste it.
All right. So, self-prioritize. And before we part ways, I have a personal story that I want to tell you to tie it all together. This is a really short one, but, it is what it is. So let's think at what happens when you're not selfish. When you do not put your own passions, your own interests before other people. So that's like the true selfishness, right? Because earlier we spoke that, going to vote is selfish, and, caring for other people is selfish because you want to care for them. You want to care for them. Anything that starts with that, I want, selfish. That's selfishness. That is making sure that your want is the most important thing ever. And yeah, you may say, I want to help, fix global starvation, or I want this and this to happen. You want. You may think however good it is, however important it is, however noble you might think it is, it really does come down to nothing but your want. Because I bet you out of the 8 billion people on Earth, there's one who'll disagree with you. And even if you want to fix starvation in Africa or fix global warming, I bet you there's one person on the planet Earth who would tell you that that's a bad thing. I bet you out of the 8 billion people on Earth, one person takes satisfaction from the fact that people starve, takes satisfaction from the fact that Earth is declining into climate change. So by definition, this is not an objectively good thing if somebody disagrees. So it's not universally, that's a better word to put it. So you already know it's not a universally agreed upon that it's a good thing because somebody fucking disagrees. So anything that starts with a I want is selfish. Oh my God, bro. All right. So the promised anecdote story. I was in a relationship some time ago in which I was willing to sacrifice all forms of passion, of the things I wanted to do, of my life passion, life trajectory, life direction, life purpose for this girl, right? She was like, you know what? I want to study med school in Italy, so let's move to Italy. And I was like, sure, let's go to Italy. And then she was like, you know what? No, actually, I want to go to Malta. And I was like, okay, sure. Apparently, I guess we're going to Malta. And then she said, no. Actually, I want to stay in our country, but go to this city on the other end of the country. Okay, I guess we're going to that country. Hey, I don't really like you doing this, wanting to do this YouTube stuff. It doesn't really make that much money. And if I'm going to be a doctor, I don't want to be the main income in the house. You're the man. All right. So I'm not going to do this YouTube stuff, or I'm going to keep it just as a passion. And actually, I'm going to go to fucking law school or psychology school shit I absolutely do not care about and don't want to do and don't even like and don't even agree with, just, you know, just so you can live a happy life together, and so that fucking I don't even know what I was thinking at that point in time. I literally put her needs before mine, which was selfish in the sense that I just wanted to keep her, but it also was not selfish in the sense that I didn't protect my self-passion, the direction that I want to pursue in life. And that's fucking stupid. And later she broke up with me on the basis of saying that none of us were going to be happy in that relationship either because we want such different things, which was a fucking good move. So congratulations to you if you're watching that. But that is how not putting yourself first looks like. Selfishness is not bad. Selfishness can even be good. Because if you put yourself first, which I am right now, I don't give a shit about anything else really than making these fucking videos, going on these live events, spreading Chinese philosophy, helping young men improve their fucking lives, right? I don't care about anything else right now. And yes, it is selfish because this is what I want to do. But in the end, it actually ends up being a pretty good thing. Because who knows? In 10 years that I'm going to do this for, or however shorter or longer, maybe just one person ever really listens to my message. Maybe just one person really ever gets influenced. Maybe one person ever only takes some out. And that fucking changes their life. And who knows? And that person becomes a multi-tech billionaire, trillionaire, gazillionaire because of some piece of advice that I gave them. And they forgot that they got it from me. They forgot about me completely. But they are now the fucking person who fixed the environment. The person who fixed starvation. Or maybe I help out millions or at least thousands of people, but on a much more shallow level, but I make their quality of life just a tiny little bit better. I mean, that's also something. And it stemmed from me being selfish. So the point of this video is be selfish. Put your needs first. Put your desires first. And I now see that it's kind of ironic because sacrificing your life trajectory for a person because you want to keep them is still selfish. So trade selfishness for selfishness, but you know what I mean. I mean the selfishness of be authentic to who you are. Be authentic to what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Never let anybody stop you. That's the message of this video. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let yourself stop you. Don't let like these, not even people, but these intangible things like social expectations stop you. Because you're not going to be happy if you don't live who you are. And I mean, happiness is the end goal in life. Or maybe not the end goal, but if you live life properly, you're happy. But that is a debate for another day. Thank you very much for watching. I see that you enjoyed this. If you're watching this after March 1st, 2026, that means that I'm back from my trip because this is a substitute to a live event lecture. What is that? This is a substitute to a live event lecture. We hold those on Wednesdays and Saturdays, 6:30 p.m. Central European time. So that is 5:30 p.m. London and whatever the time, the 12 p.m., 12:30 p.m. New York and whatever other time zone you're in. So come to these live events. I'm gonna start making videos standalone, separate from the lectures anyway. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you either in the next one or on the live event. Have a good one.